audience will cheer for me. Here will be different, but anyway, I will try to do my best.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that. So, Zamus, first tournament back. Made it already to the grand finals. Content, or you want the win?
I'm happy that I, first of all, qualified through the group stage, and I didn't expect to came so far to the final.
So now you're at the finals, you're playing somebody half the size of you. Is that going to help?
I don't think so.
Are you worried about him?
Yeah, of course. He's a good player, so we will see.
All right then, well, we'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll let these two sit down, but when we come back, I'll be joining Joe at the commentary booth to bring you the grand finals. Please enjoy this Quake Live match. It's going to be a best of 5. It's going to be brilliant. Thank you. Alright then, Joe, we are back in the commentary booth, and it looks like we're already on your screen now, and we're just looking to get Avec in on the server. Zamus has already had a little bit of warm-up time, but what do you make of this matchup?
This is a really interesting one for me. Of course, you've got a completely old-school player in the form of Zamus going up against Avec, who, you know, wasn't even born, was he, when Zamus was really winning everything. So, you know, this is going to be a really one of those battles where you can't really call, and I'm sure everyone's got their favourites, whether it's the new school or the old school. But I think that Zamus has probably got a lot of fans behind him here today. Not only, of course, in the audience, which is, you know, slightly maybe Swedish bias, but also at home as well, and especially in places like ES Reality.
Hey, absolutely. Zamus, you know, coming back out of retirement from the Quake series, you know, he did drop off the scene, and he actually went into poker, which he does successfully. And I think he's successful at poker. I did see his keyboard, and it was missing a lot of keys. So I think there's a couple of tilts there as well. But coming back into Quake Live, I asked him why he came back to Quake Live, and he just said because all the old guys are playing it, and that's why he's back. He wants to play versus like the people he played against back in like 2000. He wants those kind of matchups, and he's really enjoying it. So it's interesting to see that he is back, but Avec, you know, he's going to be hungry for this win because he missed out on Dubai. He's definitely looking to beat Zamus, and I don't think anyone expected to have Zamus in the finals. So no, I think Avec is slightly surprised that this is the matchup that he found in the finals. It also means that he could be feeling a little confident, just off the cuff. Not like too confident, but he's definitely, you know, sometimes when you look at the names and you think, okay, I could face Cooler, I could face Sturmy, and then you get Zamus. That for me at the moment, you know, seems less threatening, but certainly Zamus has proved us all wrong here, and I don't know if Avic's going to be thinking the same or if he's got a good chance.
Yeah, I mean, were you expecting Avec to come this far? I mean, we obviously didn't see him in Dubai, and that gave him a little bit of time out of the spotlight maybe to get his practice regime together and get really back onto this one. But do you think that most of these players were expecting the games that they had from Avec?
A lot of people are always afraid of Avec because he's such an aggressive player. He's got great defensive lightning gun, and he's just, you know, can be so dominant at times. And when Avic's got control, he can really run ridiculously fast and just, you know, hold the map, and it's a very threatening thing. But the one thing that Avec had in his advantage against a lot of players was that LG. It's not like a super high percentage, but it's so good at the crucial times on the defense. Now Zamus's LG throughout the tournament has been ridiculous, hitting around about a 47% LG. So that's going to be, you know, real threatening to Avec. And of course, we are just going to work out these maps. We wanted to give Avec just a little bit of warm-up time because he had a lot of problems with his PC, so we wanted to give him a couple of minutes of warm-up, and we are going to get the map sorted. So it looks like the first map is that picked is going to be T7 from Avec, and that's a good pick.
Yeah, we're going to move over to T7, and of course we have a few other guys that are providing streams for this final game as well, and apparently we don't have T7.
I'm downloading T7. I'm in. I'm on the map. T7 is one of the newer maps to Quake Live, and we might have to reconnect here as well. We've had a couple of times where reconnect's been needed. But one of the newer maps, and this certainly will favor Avec since he's been playing Quake Live from the beginning. Zamus really hasn't been competitive up to the last couple of months, where he recently joined XLO, joining up with teammates such as Faz. And we'll have to see if that kind of affects him, because the maps that I saw Zamus lose from day one were actually those new maps like T7. So this one is certainly in favor of Avec.
Yeah, this one's going to be, you know, the one that Avic's looking for, and that early lead, which will maybe give him that advantage straight away off the start. But we still have to kind of put into consideration that Zamus, of course, although he, like you said, maybe not have been playing quite as long as Avic on these new maps, then he's still going to be pretty handy at them. But they're definitely going to be the weak points that Avic may just be looking to exploit from him here. And I think we're almost ready to go. Avic, as we said, had a few PC issues, so he's just warming up, and Zamus's warm-up was basically running around shooting me in the face a lot.
So that's 20% of the prize money if he wins.
Yeah,
also, I did actually help fix Avic's monitor, so that's 20% for me as well. So we've done quite well here, Joe. We've covered all the odds. We'll certainly be walking out with at least, maybe, probably nothing, but still, it's all good. So just waiting on Avic to ready up. And T7 is a map, if you guys in the audience don't know it too well, there's a red armor and a mega. They're the two big play for power-ups, obviously adding 100 to your armor or 100 to your health. And there's also a 50 armor in there as well, actually two of them. And a railgun, which is positioned kind of awkwardly. And it does look like we are going to go live. Serious Gaming Avec versus Swedish XLO Zamus, and we are in.
And Avec here is going to have the spawn over by that mega. We don't want to give too much away here. The players, I think, probably may just be able to hear us. I'm not sure exactly how loud it is for them down there, but they are using their own headsets. So yeah, may just have to be a little careful giving positions away, Jay.
Yeah, so do excuse us if we're not going to give you all the best tactics and analyzing, but we have to make sure that we're quiet when they're quiet, and Zamus is going to open up with the first railgun shot. There comes the second, but he is going to be cornered. Avec looking to do some damage, but Zamus hits another rail, and probably one more would almost do it. There comes one more rail to hit him, and Avec will escape, and that's going to be important because Mega will be spawning soon, and I think Zamus is a little too late.
Yeah, certainly is. Avic's already been in there and taking it. Of course, that yellow armor up for grabs down there as well. And Zamus will also have to replenish his armor to make a challenge for this red, which you've just seen Avic go down for and collect. So it's definitely Zamus now who's on the back foot, despite stringing all those rails together and being just one away from picking up the first frag of this grand final here. But right now, they've slowed it right down, and that's probably going to help out for Zamus in the position he's in.
Yeah,
again, he will land the rails.
Yeah, Zamus currently hitting 5 out of 7 railgun shots, so a huge accuracy there, 71%. He is going to work in towards that mega. Avec will hit him, but this mega should be picked up by Zamus. Now that's going to swing things in this map, because now Zamus is ready to fight, and not just a railgun fight. He's ready to go in, and he could do some damage.
Well, we've got a good kind of period here between the next power-up spawning. Zamus landing a rocket. Avic's rail will land as well. And now it's all about this next fight. Actually, both of them exchanging. There will be Zamus, which could break the barrier here. He's actually out of rockets, so he'll have to get away from that fight. He did have LG, but didn't want to go head-to-head with Avic in that situation. And he will back out and keep himself alive here. But here comes Avic to challenge in for the mega. And
spectator bug, yeah. That's something that never happened. So I do apologize. Zamus just got owned there by the spectator bug. And you know, if that's going to happen, it might as well happen in the first matchup. We've already had a few hiccups along the way to get these guys in. So that's you know, Avic had problems with his graphics card and also sound card. So that's only fair, I think. Zamus has a problem now.
And we've got Timo in here from id Software as well, so they can now see it and fix it very quickly, as we probably will.
We will literally be downloading a patch momentarily. So T-Timo, yeah, is from id Software, and it's you know, been possible to get these guys on land through the help of T-Timo and the crew working over on the Quake Live project. Not a whole host of people. So they're all working very, very hard. And it does look like we are going to have to go again live. And I don't think these guys are going to be too disappointed about restarting. I think Avik had a small advantage and possibly could have capitalized on the first kill. But he definitely needs to make it happen again. So I guess Joe, we're back to the start. Are you ready? A bit of a warm-up commentary match there.
So, second match, although it's only the first one. Work that out if you can. Okay, maybe you can. There goes Avik again after the start. Yeah, it is the same start. And that will see exactly how same it is in a second if
it's funny because
Zamus can get himself a rail.
Zamus is actually doing the same tactic. He's moved in after the Mega to get the railgun. Currently with Zamus. Gonna head towards that red armor. That's what he wants to pick up. If he doesn't challenge for it, he's gonna look to rail. Avik a little wiser maybe to that movement and not being railed, so Zamus at a big disadvantage. There comes the first rail from Zamus, there comes the second, and that looks like a third, and there's a four in a row, and Avik could probably take 2 more because he picks up the Mega halfway through, but he won't take another one.
Brilliant.
And Zamus opens up the first frag.
He only missed 1 rail out of all of them, giving him an 83% accuracy, which is
absolutely crazy. I mean, Zamus playing on a Microsoft 3.0 Steel Series mouse pad, very comfortable. He's got a low sensitivity with Mouse XL, and he looks like he could be playing great here today.
Well, so far so good in this kind of restarted first map. And he is, of course, 1-0 up. There's still a lot of time here before this Mega and the Red are available to be picked up. And if you look at both of these players, fairly similar. So this next fight could be very, very interesting. Avik missing the rail. Let's have a look at Zamus. They actually exchanged there. Zamus taking that low ground. Avik will hit him back. And there's another couple of missed ones. And yeah, this is just back and forward with the rails. Avik will hit the final one. And it will be enough to bring him back to a 1-1 scoreline. Looking to convert here as well. And he's got Zamus trapped there if he so wishes to, and he's definitely done a lot of damage, and probably Zamus won't be able to do much right now, indeed.
Yeah, Avik did a great job as well, because even though he didn't get the kill, he's taken a lot of the health on the map and forces Zamus to pick up all the health available on the side of the red armor. So if Avik to go to red armor now, he could probably capitalize. He is going to want to push, and this is going to be troublesome for Zamus. Avik is going to drop down, and that's a good play from Zamus not to want to commit to the end of that fight. Backing away will give him some more time, but honestly, Avik, he's set up for the next frag. Zamus is going to have to defend very well to keep this 1-1.
Well, Avik's certainly moving with a bit more pace here. He knows that if they were to meet, chances are he's coming out on top. Just watching out for the rail there. He saw Zamus switch over. He is going to have the free reign on this Mega, and this is a very, very clever idea from Avik, but he needs to be careful that he's not caught out. He saw that he just saw the Mega was up, but decided to go over to the red instead, which again is still on its platform. Once he gets the kill here, then he'll charge straight over and make sure that he can get in on that red, and that's clever, clever play by Avik.
Yeah, he's done great there, and already he's done a huge amount of damage with the LG. Nice! Oh my god! One stray grenade off the back, and then Zamus shot a nice one, actually forcing him into the first grenade, and that was a double, and we'll pick him up the frag. Now we've got Mega and red armor spawning at the same time. Zamus looks like he is going to pick up the Mega. That means Avik will get the red. 1 yellow armor to play for. Avik will also pick this up, so he's currently at the advantage. The next power-up that's important will most likely be this red, and Zamus is going to be in trouble. And Avik going to drop on him. Zamus probably not going to escape. And Avik will take the lead once again, 3-2, and he will wait out for the next red. And I think Zamus is going to have a hard time defending this Mega because Avik has enough time to attack.
Yeah, of course, the last spawn, they were both together. This time, it's going to allow the split to give Avik an advantage after collecting that red armor. It's up in just a couple of seconds here. Zamus not giving up on it just yet. Will do a bit of damage. There's a good rocket. He will make the jump, but Avik will LG him down just before he lands. And he's able to pick that Mega up. And that will be, again, well defended by Avik. He knows that red's going to be up here in a second and will get that rail onto Zamus, who had just crossed through the teleporter and has probably gone off towards that Mega room to try try and get himself more yellow, but, well, there he is. Come up the jump pad, and he's done good work here with those rockets, and Avec will have to back away, but that rail, as he is backing away, will extend his lead to a 3-pointer. It's 5-2.
5-2 the score. And so far, Avec showing us that he is definitely ready for the finals despite having a rocky start. Zamus steals away the Mega, but that's going to be nullified. Great railgun shot. Avec down to only 6 points of HP. 50 will rectify the problem. There comes 100 to his name as well. Wow, Zamus just come flying in, and this is potentially going to be the kill. Avec looking for a rail, but Zamus picks it up, and I don't know if you can up your game sounds, Joe. I think some people consider the game sound to be lower, and maybe that's why they said our mics are slightly too loud, but we'll have to see. Anyway, following Zamus, there comes the counter kill, and that's classic Avec style. Will always go aggressive when he knows he can, and he knew that Zamus was low. He's now got the majority of the power-ups, but didn't get the Mega, so these guys are going to be even. Big play for item is going to be the red, and Avic's taking so much damage. Zamus knows he can capitalize, and Avec also did a huge amount of damage, but Zamus has come off better. He's got the 50, he can drop for the red, but he's actually going to pick up the health and let the red fall into the hands of Avec, and that's an interesting play. I think he was not having time on red was a decision not to go there, but this could really hurt Zamus.
Well, he's got to hope that he can get this cleanly, which he will do. And that now leaves Zamus in a position where he can fight this next fight, but he's going to get hit with a rail, and his rocket, I think, did a little bit of damage as well there. As you can see, Avec just waiting out on that spawn of the shotgun. Keeping the distance here is Zamus, just holding that middle area. In comes Avec from that teleporter and will hit him with the rail. Zamus in trouble again. Avec going to go aggressive with the LG, and Zamus not going to be helped too much by that 50. Again, Avic's aggressive play getting the better of Zamus.
Yeah, but certainly this is Avic's map to win. So far, Zamus has really kind of held strong from railgun, but you're going to have to hit a lot of rails to knock Avec off. Nice little bit of dodging, and the 50's not there yet. There comes another rail. He can actually follow up here, and he will escape. So a pretty good situation, considering it looked very bad and bleak to start with for Zamus, but Avec, up to that 200 armor.
Yeah, certainly looking very, very nice at the moment for Avec. He's got that big stack. You look at Zamus, who is just kind of struggling to pick up anything here, and again, he will land the rail. He's down to just 8 points of health, and Avec will drop down after that rail connected. He knew he had that 50 to work with, but it wasn't going to be anything compared to what Avec had built up in those last few minutes. And there's the red as well. So this 5-point lead, we've got 2 minutes and 44 remaining. Again, Avic's going to chase down Zamus, who will try to keep the distance and back off with the rail. Great shot by Avec. And so Zamus went for the cheeky shot. He knew that Mega was up, but wasn't able to land it, and Avec again will get the better of him.
Yeah, and look where that railgun was dropped as well, just before the 50 that Zamus was trying to pick up, and it was a good move from Avec to go to the red armor, then the Mega, because Zamus, when he walked into the Mega room, he was unsure if Avec was going to be there, so by the time he figured out he wasn't, he was too slow to make it to the Mega. Avec came through the teleporter and basically flushed him out of that room, so Avec, having a good item run here. He's picking the right items, and it is catching off Zamus at times. A lot of people would have gone for the Mega and waited, but this could be Zamus doing some damage. But it is going to be Avec that picks up the rocket kill, and a 12-3 scoreline with only 2 minutes to go. It's going to be the first map going to the young Polish superstar. But of course, this is the map that you would expect Avec to win. Once we see some of the old school maps, which Zamus has played since 2000, 1999 when released, then we're going to see maybe a different kind of Zamus. But right now, Avec taking advantage of the fact that he's good on the new.
Yeah, certainly, and that's something that may just work into his advantage. Of course, we're playing best of 5 here in the final, not just best of 3, so it can all be down to who wins maybe on these maps where they're, of course, the most even, and probably most people expecting this one to go to Avec. Of course, it will be Zamus's pick next, and that's where he'll be looking to bounce back, because the 2-0 scoreline is going to be very hard for Zamus to come back from. It means he needs to win 3 in a row then, Jay.
Yeah, absolutely. To lose his map pick, that's going to be devastating. But Zamus already happy to be where he is. But let's see how this fight ends up. Zamus hits one railgun shot. Avik will reply. And there comes a second. And finally, Zamus replies with 2 as well. And a great railgun duel. And actually, Avik almost went down. 14 points of HP. And he's going to be rewarded with Mega just now. And that's really going to affect Zamus' momentum. He's hitting some nice shots, though. He needs to take some confidence going into the second map. He could come with a jumping railgun there. Decide not to go aggressive. And Avik will claim that red armor once more. So into the last 20 seconds. A great game, but Zamus just not being able to kind of outthink Avik on T7. Probably most due to experience.
Yeah, certainly last few dying seconds here. And of course, Avik is going to go 1-0 in the lead. And we'll be looking to extend that on the next one, which of course will be Zamus' match choice as Avik kills himself at the end, but that will end it then. 14-2. Avik will pick up the first map here. You look at the overall accuracies, and they're a little bit better for Zamus, but, you know, it, of course, is going to go to Avik. So now it's Zamus to pick, and T9 is going to be the next choice.
Well, that's interesting, because that's actually a new map as well. So Zamus, considering how amazing he did with the railgun in some of those fights, going for T9 is a map which obviously, you know, it has no railgun. So you're going to be looking at a lot of plasma gun fights. You're going to be looking for strong rockets and LG. And the one thing we know about Avik, he's probably got one of the best plasma guns in the world, if not the best plasma gun.
Yeah.
I think Zamus has the advantage with the lightning gun, but it's too hard to call, so it depends how they play. And T9 also, House of Decay, if you want to know the real name, has a couple of teleporters, so there are you know, some tricks that you can catch your opponents out. There is definitely a way to confuse your opponent by going through the teleporters, spamming a lot of plasma, and then coming out with some LG damage, and that could actually happen. We'll have to see who's got the brain on this map, and some players have played this great so far this tournament. Cooler from one of them. Really seems to pick up T9 as his style. And Zamus was a great ZTM player, so maybe this is slightly similar, but we are going to go straight into the second matchup then. Avik versus Zamus, 1-0 to Avik, and we are live.
Watching Zamus off the start here, and actually Avik picking up that LG, went a bit aggressive there. Zamus has landed a rocket. Well, very interesting start. Went for the air rocket there, Zamus. Will connect with that one. Right now, just spamming them away once again. Zamus will commit to this fight here and eventually has to back away. Perfectly timed from his point of view. Getting away with just 7 points of health. His weapons not kind of really abundant for him right now. And he has to make sure that he's able to get in on this RL and see what he can do from there. But he's certainly, if we look at Avik, got the slight disadvantage, although Avik now will have to get in on the Mega to bring himself back in favour, which he does have now, Jay. But again, like we saw on T7, very, very close first minute or so here.
Yeah, no flags just yet. Also, though, no disconnects, so we're pretty happy. And Avik definitely taking the advantage now, picking up both the yellows and the Mega. He's taken a small amount of damage, but still sits around 100. He can go aggressive. He is looking for Zamus. And he's also finding Zamus in the right place and does a huge amount of damage. And there comes the first frag. Looking for a second. Mega just taken. Zamus only has 1 yellow armor to work with when he gets it. And he's playing quite loosely. He is looking to fight more than not, but right now he's not ready to fight. That's a nice little bit of damage. Missing the rocket there, Zamus. That's going to be slightly painful, because he's now down to 13 points of HP. Really, it doesn't seem like he's kind of in the match yet, as far as pressure goes. Avik hasn't really been pressured within the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, certainly, and he's getting comfortable. He's going to put that pressure down onto Zamus, and of course we'll collect yellow and Mega, and we'll go straight in for that top yellow. Doesn't want to give anything away here. Wants to build up that early, healthy lead so that he can move forward and have the confidence that if he does lose control, then he's still got plenty of time to hold on to a big lead here. Again, both players exchanging rockets. Good movement there from Zamus to actually just dodge out of the way of Avik's rockets, but Avik may just commit to this fight here. He's just picked up those rockets down in the corner. He knows that that Mega will be up here in just a few seconds. Zamus, let's have a look. Will he be able to challenge? He's going to move in here, and again, good LG work. Avik will pick up the Mega. That rocket will land from Zamus, but he's definitely hurt here. And will he be able to challenge? He's obviously just going to spam those rockets, move himself around. But in that situation, Zamus did very well to shave off that health and armor that he did, I think.
Yeah, if Zamus turned up to that Mega a split second earlier, he could have got a point on the board, but he's turned out the LG first, and he is winning that fight. Avik is going to have to back away. Now, there's not much health on the map, and there comes Avik, and there comes the kill. A lot of damage off the spawn, and Zamus knows that the health's going to be spawning center, but Avik picks up the kill, and that Mega is spawned just for Avik. And he is going to be very happy with that situation. 3-1, and there comes another yellow, and Zamus, you know, it's back to the drawing board. He worked so hard for that one, and he's got to go again, and almost like a problem there with Avik. Not sure what happened.
He's typing something right now, so I'm not sure.
Well, he just took a really bad rocket shot. And I think maybe he could have called a timeout. There comes a pause from T-Timo. And apparently Avik having some mouse problems into the second map, and he's given up a frag because of it. We will probably have to play on in this situation. Avik says, let's try now. Give it a go.
Hey Jay, I say wolf whistling you.
Yeah, personally I say it's all keyboard, mouse, or keyboard only finals. Just keyboard, page up, page down.
Well, Avik there losing out on that kill, but just testing his mouse out and looking down onto the stage. I'm not sure really if he's good again.
Doesn't look like he is going to be good. Looks like we probably are going to have to get a restart on the second map, which will make it the fourth. This will be the longest ever finals. And we do actually have up on stage Jonathan's Fatality Wendell near the commentary booth. And John, do you want to join us for the third map, or are you interested? So John will be coming on and sharing some of his knowledge. And also to mention John doing some Fatality Tech Talks here with... Alright then, so 7 o'clock Fatality Tech Talk on the main stage, and also a lot of gaming there as well. And just to remind you, John, 12 times world champion. Also in a similar Quake series of Quake 3, where he had a very dominant time. And you've even played versus Zamus in some big tournaments, or you haven't played him? You haven't? Maybe a team tournament, so hasn't a clash versus Zamus, but coming from nearly the same era. And Avik is going to have to leave, so we're just going to wait for him to get back. But Joe, so far this matchup, apart from the obvious hiccups, pretty looking close, at least on the second map, because Zamus was still at a disadvantage, but he still kept his aim strong. He had a good chance, and I don't think Quad VJ is going to have a good chance versus Zamus. Maybe me. Nah. Go on, Joe, do it. I'll give him a warm-up.
Somehow doubt it. Avik's back in the server, so you could maybe let him in. I know you have an urge to play again, Jay, but now's not the time for him.
Zamus asked me if I played.
Yeah?
I said, I can't really call it playing, but I do try. So maybe I'll give him the game sometime.
Well, Avik's back in, but not sure exactly if he's going to be ready to go. You want to rematch this map, or do we play the next?
Well, I think a rematch this map would probably be best. I mean, at the same time, Zamus did actually forfeit out of the first map because of the bug, so it looks like they are going to play, and I think that is going to be fair. Yeah. So we are going to go back in. Let's have a round of applause for these guys. They've had a hard time here, and they want to give you the best finals they can. But luck is against them, but certainly lucky to be at DreamHack. It's a great event to be at, and already Avik once again claims the Mega and will get away barely with his life, and will pick up that 50, and that's going to put him in good stead for the next fight. These guys are pretty much even, and you can see that even Zamus is collecting every small health bubble he can to give him an advantage for the next fight. Avik to defend the yellow. Again, lots of spam involved in T9, and that's a problem for Zamus there. You just heard that click, and that would be him out of rockets. He's going to go out here with the LG by that Mega area, and he is going to push Avik away, so that's good work by Zamus. Now returning for more LG ammo as well as that yellow, and again, he will have that advantage, which of course Avik had early on from picking up that Mega, but Zamus rocketed it off him.
And now Avec has had to just build himself back up to 100. And we'll wait out on more of these yellows, which Zamus is definitely collecting more right now, and certainly has the kind of edge if he wants to make a move in for this next kill. Or the first kill, as it is actually.
Oh, Zamus got really out-LG'd at the start of that fight. He was lucky to do so much damage as he did. Now, Mega's going to be spawning. It looks like Zamus should be taking it, and Avec is in a horrible position. Here comes potentially the first frag, and it will come in. And Avec did a lot of damage with that plasma gun, and if Avec picks up a clean yellow armor that will be spawning soon, they are once again even on the stack. Zamus is going to try and push him off the yellow before it spawns. Great play from Zamus. There's the yellow. He's also going to have the center yellow, and Zamus should be able to really run these 3 yellows and keep control over Avec. And he's in a really good position to kind of extend his lead. Here comes the center yellow. And actually, Mega's going to be spawning at the same time. Avic's going to steal it, but not before he takes a huge amount of damage, and looks like he actually rocket jumps out and is waiting for that top yellow.
Yeah, he certainly did, and that was, of course, going to be one less yellow for Zamus to work with now. And he has that 2-0 lead, and we'll have to see for how long that lasts. Avec playing it slow. They both go through the teleporter there, and, well, Avec did land a rocket, I think, onto Zamus. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm looking at it. He did, and there will be another one around that centre. Yellow is picked up by the Swede, and he will now make his way in for this Mega. He's got the disadvantage as far as height goes, but will pick up that Mega health, which, of course, gives him that extra 100. There's a yellow for him should he want it as well. So Zamus again keeping hold of that lead and has the advantage as far as the health and armor goes.
Yeah, Avec doing a pretty good job catching some plasma gun shot, but Zamus claims another, and this is going to be bad for Avec. He's cornered. Nice rocket sending Zamus away, but still no armor to his name. Oh, that's a great rocket, and there comes another, and Avec was all inside Zamus's head there. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and those 2 rockets were beautiful. There comes another kill, and that's going to bring it to a 1-point game. Avec claims Mega, a huge amount of damage. No way Zamus is going to get away from this, and we're all tied up 3 minutes into the match.
Yeah, I mean, what Zamus was doing there was really clever, but Avec just knew it exactly. And of course, if you're very clever, that's good, but if your opponent is already knowing what you're doing there, then it's always going to be countered. And that's how Avec has got himself back to a tied game now at 3-3. 6 minutes 20 to go as he waits here for this next Mega spawn. There is the middle yellow available for them. Actually, the lower yellow as it actually is. And there goes the Mega as well. So Zamus has forced himself back into this one now and may well just challenge for this next kill. Avec actually moving in from the central area there. That yellow is on its platform. Zamus will be out of rockets, but will be able to get in on that yellow as well. And Avec, not sure what he was aiming for there. Went over to the other side. They're going to meet head on by that yellow. And well, it is going to be Avec that picked it up, but it did take a bit of a dent to his health, especially. But there's a 50 to help out, and we're still tied up very evenly. Here comes a big battle around this Mega area. He's going to spawn now in a second, and Zamus will survive with 20. Looking for the conversion now, but Avec has got an LG. Too risky to move in head to head.
Yeah, it's crazy how badly Avec got out LG'd in that last fight by Zamus. His LG was just off left right. It really didn't connect. And once again, Zamus really superior with this LG. He's got a 41%, Avec killing a 32, and that's a big percent difference. And here comes Avec with the trademark plasma gun, and there comes the kill that he needed. And a lot of power-ups spawning soon. He needs to get ready for Mega. I do think he knows the time. He's dodged the first rocket. He's done well. Zamus hits the air rocket, running out of ammo, but picks up the kill with the MG. 18 points of HP, and that was risky. There comes a 50 as well, and that's fantastic for Avec, tying that one up. And he's got himself in a good position and pulled the same trick again. So, trick me once, trick me twice. Let's see if he can do it another time, because Zamus is actually being abused, you know, coming out of the teleporters, and it's actually helped Avec a lot. So Zamus maybe should start thinking about taking other routes to get around the map and not just dart through the teleporters a few times. Mega going to Avec. Zamus still has 100 armor to his name, so Avec not a huge advantage. If Zamus hits a clean rocket at the start of a fight, he will bring us to a very even game. But right now, Avec has control. Well, I'll take that back because Zamus just picked up another 50. Avik also, so still in slight control. Mega spawning in 10. Big fight for item.
Nice little rocket there actually from Zamus, came in, did a little bit of damage. Avik hanging around that middle area. There comes Zamus once again, switching out to Rocket, and that could cost him the fight here. But Avik is going to run out of LG ammo, and then the Faber swings back towards the Swede. He does get on that yellow, does Avik, and he's again going to be cornered by that teleporter, but again will escape. And wherever he seems to be escaping to right now, things are spawning right in his path, and he's able to keep himself in on this battle. Now down to just 7. Let's watch Zamus here. Will chase in, and finally we'll find Avik, this time with a shotgun, and Zamus will take the lead here on T9.
Yeah, I think T9 probably reminds Zamus a little bit of, I think it was T2 on the voting, but it just, you know, he's so powerful with the LG. He's really happy to take these constant LG fights, and they're working out for him a lot. He did just take a bad rocket, and he gave away Mega, so hasn't converted amazingly off the kill that he got. Avik is actually 80 points in power-up advantage on the health. Zamus takes that 50, 100, 100, and one more 50 and he can start making something work. Nice rocket there. Looked like it was a pretty decent connect. He's trying to cover this yellow armor. If Avik takes this is going to be very hard to push Zamus. It will be hard to push, get rid of Avik from this Mega, and Zamus is probably going to have to leave this fight. He leaves on 10 HP, and Avik will claim that Mega. And once again, Avik perfectly timing Zamus's route, and there's going to be another conversion, 7-6.
Yeah, Avik doing well here to get himself in the head of Zamus, and of course get the kill afterwards. We'll now move into that lead. Could catch Zamus off here. There's the middle yellow for him as well. But again, Zamus' LG spot on for him, and that shotgun almost catching Avik completely off. And he's down to just 25 HP, and that 50 not available for Avik right now. So he's got to just wait out and hope that there's some health going to come available. There is the 50. And we'll feel a lot better about that. And that rocket was a strong one. Yeah, Zamus again losing out on his armor. Both players playing at quite a distance right now. Zamus utilising the machine gun as well as, but still, there's no real pushes coming in. They're exchanging kind of each other's armors here all the time.
It's only a 2 frag advantage for Avik. 1 minute 30 to go. This Mega, if Zamus can take it, that's going to be his way back into the map. Zamus needs to go aggressive. He knows it, and he takes a couple of bad rockets, and I'm not sure if he's going to get away as cleanly as he would like to, but he did take the Mega, so he did the important job. He denied Avik the Mega, so now Avik can't turtle. He can't just run away from Zamus. Zamus can force the next fight. That's what he's going to do. He's going to take the game to Avik, and he won't back away. He needs to go aggressive, and potentially this could be it. Can he surprise Avik?
Had to duck out of the way of that rocket then that was flying straight for him. Again, using those teleporters. We've seen Zamus do that before and being caught out by Avik. We have 40 seconds to go. Here comes the Mega. Avik is going to collect it. Zamus's rockets. That last one did hit, but I'm not sure how good it really was. And Avik is, of course, going to try to hold on now for these last 30 seconds. Avik running. Zamus will try to chase. 25 seconds remaining, 2 points the difference, and when the first one comes in, the second one could follow very, very quickly here, straight off the spawn, but Zamus has to catch Avik out. Again, a good rocket will get in behind him. Avik caught in the corner. He's managed to escape here, just 10 seconds remaining, and well, you can see the difference between health and armors, and it's pretty much even. Again, Avik's going to run down towards that Mega, will correct it, and that's going to win in the game here. Gets the kill in the end, and that will bring us to 2-0 to Avik from Serious Gaming, and of course he wins 9-6 here on T9. Great game once again, Jay.
Yeah, Avik actually winning that one with a lot, less percentage on accuracies, but that last Mega pickup, had Zamus not gone for the top yellow, he could have been in time to kind of push Avik off, and then after getting the Mega, could still rocket jump up to that yellow, and that would have been strong. I do actually believe, just going to mention, John, there's actually a microphone down there maybe, so I don't know if that's going to work for you. I think it is going to be on, so let's just test it out. I think they're going to turn on the microphone if the guys
test.
There we go. So, John, welcome to the cast.
Cool. How you guys doing?
Great to have you here, and we're going into the third matchup. But what's your take on the game so far, Avik and Zamus?
Well, Avik is an extremely aggressive player, and it seems like it pays off for him in the long run. At first I thought, he was a little bit crazy how he plays aggressive. Cooler took advantage of him on one of the maps, but Avik prevailed and beat Cooler in that matchup. So I see Avik making a lot of aggressive moves, but they're very calculated moves too, and it works for him,
Yeah, he's aggressive even when he dies on these aggressive attacks. Sometimes he comes straight back off the spawn, and it just catches people off, and he just goes with any weapon, and it seems to work.
Yeah, and that's kind of Cooler and Avik's both playing styles. They're super aggressive even after they die, and you could see it in the DM6 match earlier when they were going head-to-head with each other. You can actually see them being very aggressive after dying, and that's very important because you only have so much time to the next armor and stuff spawns, so it's important to be aggressive and get the guy low and keep the fight kind of even.
Alright then, so we are going to go into DM13, potentially last map here. Match point for Avik in this best of 5, and we are live. Over to you, Joe.
Yep, and it's both players actually getting that spawn towards the middle, and the machine guns here doing a lot of damage. I think Zamus in particular there, he did look at how low Avik actually went from that situation. But after all that, he's managed to get himself in, get the mega, get the red. Those bubbles will help him as well, and it will be advantage towards Avik.
Yeah, the only weapon Avik doesn't have is the lightning gun, so maybe he's going to try work his way around. You can see that Zamus is trying to cut him off. Avik going to be persistent, and Zamus will give away this weapon. Now Zamus has got a job to keep Avik trapped and trying to get that RA. He is a height advantage, does a decent amount of damage. Avik nicely using that 25, and if he gets this mega, he can still probably claim the red. So he's done a great job, although a little bit of damage. Nice rocket there from Zamus, and he's used only position to take this small advantage, but he's done well.
Yeah, that was a great bit of work there from above from Zamus. Let's switch over to him now and see how he's looking. Again, he's going to go in and collect that yellow. The other yellow around that middle area was picked up by Avik, but not before he took a bit of damage. But here comes an aggressive Avik again with the LG. I think he may have run out of ammo. He was down to just 9, so he wasn't far away anyway, and he had to back away. That mega was spawning. He did pick it up. Zamus got in on the red, but that second rocket then from Zamus just wasn't accurate enough, and Avik will get the jump and also pick up the frag to go 1-0 up here. But again, if Zamus goes aggressive, he could find himself getting a little lucky.
Yeah, Avik's actually weak and he has no rocket ammo, so he's going to have to claim some rocket ammo to take one of the fights, and he's actually given away red armor, so it's going to be a hard time for Avik. He has to use LG, he's going to try and escape, comes down, and that's an aggressive move, and almost pays off. Zamus wants this mega, 41 points of HP. He's going to fall on it. There's the pickup. Great job there from Zamus.
Didn't take any damage there, right?
No, he didn't. And what do you make so far of this game, John? Both these guys playing a good DM13?
Oh, definitely. I mean, this map's a classic. We were playing this back in 2000 when the game first came out. So it's very exciting to see this is a new style with more yellow armor on the other side of the map with LG. So gameplay's a little bit different, but it's a lot about sneaking around corners and shooting precise rockets. And if you can get into the LG fight up here, I really like that.
Alright, and at the moment, Zamus did do quite a bit of rocket damage to Avik. If he backs away, and there's a horrible rocket, but he does flick Avik, but Avik lands one at the Zamus' feet, and he claims the mega. He was down to about, looked like 10 points of HP before he picked up that mega, and Zamus is probably going to be scratching his head over that one. He cannot believe he didn't get the frag, and he was expecting just to track the LG, but Avik's rockets, absolutely amazing.
Oh, Zamus is in trouble there as well, and that's two very, very accurate rockets from Avik that will give him the 3-0 lead. Again, just rocket jumping up, taking that high ground, which of course can give him the advantage when Zamus comes in for the next attack. And the yellows are just going all over the place to Avik as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake from Zamus there. He really could have dodged that rocket and decided though he'd catch it. And not on the best of ideas, but he's done a great amount of damage with the plasma gun, but will crater. We do see a -1, so unless the gods of disconnecting bugs are going to intervene, Zamus is going to have to fight back a lot harder now.
Yeah, it certainly is. And Zamus has just picked up that yellow. He's going to come in here with the LG, and it's brilliant from Zamus, actually. Avec really in trouble. That 50, of course, from the middle area should save him, and this Mega will be up here soon. Zamus, of course, not going to go for that one. Doesn't feel strong enough to fight, and probably right being that as well.
Great rocket from Zamus, though. He's done a pretty decent amount of damage to Avec. Now, by holding Avec in here, at least he knows he can probably claim 2 of the yellows, and that's what he's going to want to do. But he's looking for as much damage as possible. Both the yellows are up on his spawn point. Avec sat pretty. Avec could probably wait here long enough to claim a second red armor in a minute. That's going to be a little bit of a weird situation, because once he gets that red armor, he's going to be late towards the Mega. There comes the second red, but he did take a lot of damage, and he had it perfectly timed. And he's got to escape, and he's actually given Mega away, so I think really Zamus came out on top of that one.
Well, that other yellow went to Avec here, and Avic's going to go for this fight, at least sticking around for a little while, and you can see that after everything is said and done, Zamus still has that advantage.
Avec played that brilliantly. Zamus really didn't have an idea that maybe he could get in on that red and defend it. So by actually getting the Mega, he gave up 2 yellows and another red armor. So he's pretty much got nothing to work with in comparison to Avec. So he's going to have to be on the defense, and there finally comes a Mega for Zamus. But nice rocket there. We are past the halfway mark. 4 frags the difference. Still very doable here, John.
Well, you know, basically Zamus is going to have to find a chance to sneak up on him and get this first kill. You know, that's basically his only goal right now, is just to focus on getting one kill only, and then work from there. This map plays pretty slow, a lot of running and hiding and so forth, but, you know, you just have to find that opportunity and make the most of it.
Great play there from Zamus, LGing Avec off the red armor.
Yeah, I mean, a 4-point scoreline on DM13 can be enough, actually. And, you know, we saw in the early days, actually, a show match that we did with Avec and Sturmy, and that was kind of proven there as well. And Avec, I don't think he's kind of that player that will really adopt that style all that much, but...
I mean, this map is mostly based around I think, you know, when it comes down to it, comes down who's controlling the, you know, the Mega health. I think that was a huge factor on who would survive the fight by like 5 health. Was whoever was controlling the Mega health usually won that fight.
Yeah, and Mega will be spawning now, and it looks like Avec is going to pick it up. 2 yellow armors are available. Zamus currently claimed none. Avec gets himself 1. Red armor soon. And that's a big lead now as far as health and armor is concerned for Avec. Zamus does hit 1 nice rocket. We've got about 15 seconds until the next power-up, so there's a lot of time for Avec to actually capitalize on a kill, or maybe just play it safe and run the timer down, because at the moment, running the timer down for Avec is probably a better game plan.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if I was Zamus, you have to be finding your spot to get that attack in, because 3 minutes left in this match and being down by 4 frags, you gotta almost kind of give like 1 minute for each kill.
Well, he's got 3 minutes and he needs 4.
Means you need a lot of work.
I mean, that's the beauty of DM13. There are so many corners to set traps on that you just have to do that and hope that your opponent's going to run into you. You can see Avic's position right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, the most important thing is when you're playing very defensive, you need to play in a position where you're playing 50-50. If he attacks from one way, you can escape the other. If you attack from the other way, you can escape from the other. And also you have to be able to use the sound in the game and really take advantage of knowing how to run away the best way possible.
Yeah, and also being able to kind of capitalize if someone pushes too aggressive. And actually, Zamus does push Avec down to 35 points of HP. He picks up a 25. Zamus was down to 50 there as well. Very, very close fight. Zamus picks up the red, and this could help him. He's got a small advantage, but he needs to find Avec again, and he's only got 2 minutes to do this. Mega spawning in 5.
And again, Zamus will take that high ground, looking to see if Avec is moving around the map, which right now Avic's content to just pick up whatever Zamus is leaving free for him. Zamus may push in aggressive, but again, Avec will back away. Takes up 50 to give him an extra 5 points of health there. And again, this staircase is another one of those situations where you can really run rings around your opponent. Oh, what a
great
rocket there from Zamus, and decides not to actually jump up there for the finishing attack, but Avec certainly having some health and armor chipped away again. Good defensive plasma from Avec. Mega will be up here in just a couple of seconds, but Avic's not really interested in that. He will, again, like we said, just take up those leftovers and keep himself on the move.
I mean, Avic's doing a great job of basically killing the clock right here, and you know, obviously putting himself in position, like you said, you know, that great plasma gun, being able to shoot basically in a straight line because their opponent, to catch up, he has to run in a straight line to catch up with you.
Yeah, and actually, Avec just moved Zamus closer to him. Here comes the fire, and finally Zamus gets the kill. 4 points of HP to his name, and he's got to find 3. 2 power-ups are spawning now, so this is going to cost him 10 seconds. There comes Avec, and actually he's probably going to have to chase. Avec will just probably spam this out, and it does look like the Zamus has probably got too big of a task. A smiley comes out from Avec, and this could just be the game for him. Yeah, there's Zamus. Good rocket, actually, and he's going to fight over this 50. And he runs out of LG ammo just at exactly the wrong point in time. Will get that kill. 2 to go with 20 seconds, and Zamus, if he's going to do this, has to get that next kill now and then hopes to be lucky for the spawn. If you actually check over to Avec, you can see where he is, and he is very happy right now.
Yeah, that's the game.
There we have it then, that's going to be the game. 3 maps to 0 here at the Grand Finals. And Avec takes all 3 of them, but Zamus, you know, to take nothing away from him, he did absolutely amazingly to make it to the finals. John, any final comments?
Yeah, I mean, Zamus played extremely well the whole tournament. I was very impressed about his T9 game. It seemed like that was definitely his map. The players he played, he destroyed. Obviously, Avec was able to outbeat him on his map. And, you know, Avec just played the super aggressive, but it paid off in the long run. So sometimes it pays to be aggressive, and sometimes it pays to play defensive. But Avec played super aggressive and made the right choices.
He did indeed. So we're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to have the prize ceremony for these 2 guys, and then we'll be moving on to other such games, Joe?
As Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I do believe.
All right then, so thanks for watching, guys, and there'll be more Quake on your screens. We're doing a Quake World a little bit later, but as I said, we'll be back with the prize ceremony.
For Cooler to come down to the stage.
Dude. I'm alive. Well, Jay, you with us?
I'm live. No, I'm not.
You can still be heard, though. Yeah, so of course we've just seen the Quake Live Grand Final taking place, and a thrilling 3-mapper it was as well. And Jay, how did you enjoy Quake Live today? Because I know you actually, from home yesterday, managed to catch some of the early stages as well.
Yeah, the Quake Live was fantastic, just like my microphone right now. Pretty good games, but some people who casted it were great. I'm going to use this microphone, and which I'm actually going to interview the player with. Yeah, some great Quake Live, and actually it's been covered for the last 2 days. Some of the guys over at Quake Live TV did it, and also Level Up, so props to those guys. Grease Scotsman, DJ Wheat Slasher, and also Clamp OK was on there. But of course, at the prize ceremony, it's time to award those of excellence, and we've had like a lot of players here, some great players from all nations, and these are the top 3, and it is Russia, Sweden, and then Poland. So let's go then first with 3rd place from Russia, winning 10,000 SEK. I just cut your prize money. It is, of course, going to be Kula. Please, ladies, a round of applause.
Kula, third place, but you've trained a lot for this event. A few words maybe, are you disappointed or just something to work on?
You know, I don't like single elimination because people don't have second chance. And today it was just first game of the day against Avec. And I just played not so good. But I hope in future.
And what did you think about the finals? I mean, I heard you actually speak to Zamus over there with a few words of wisdom. You don't think he played his best game?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why, but his last game against Termi, he was really, really nice. But on the stage, he played not good. I don't know, maybe he was scared or maybe because of stage, because of the final. I don't know why.
All right, well, certainly a third place for you, but we'll see how you do next tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, Kula. So then, we go 3 and 2, so let's go to 2 then. So in second place, from Sweden, he came out of retirement. He's done amazing to come through here in second. Please welcome, winning 15,000 Swedish krona. It is, of course, Zamus. With the pose. So then, Zamus, you dropped out of retirement. You know, you were gone in a sea of gaming elsewhere, and then you came back. And I told people why you came back. Can you tell us once again? I mean, why did you come back to Quake Live? Why did you come back to play?
Quake is a really nice game, first of all, and when I saw that all old players had started to play again, I felt like maybe why not? It's fun to compete and meet people.
And how was this tournament for you? Obviously, second place is the people have to play with microphone volumes. Second place finish is still pretty good. Are you disappointed with your final performance? Do you think you should have done better for the Swedish crowd here playing on home turf?
27, I know I will lose, and T9 I would have win, and even 13 I think it should be a close game, but I lost all of them.
So maybe a little unlucky. So any last words to your Swedish fans or any props?
I will keep go on with Quake, and we will see what happens in the future.
All right, then. So still in the game, ladies and gentlemen, Zamus. Second, third, and of course, one last man to award. He had a hard time here on stage setting up, and it almost looked like he wasn't going to get into the game, but finally he did. He is, of course, playing for Serious Gaming, sponsored by Razer. Please welcome, in first place, winning 25,000 Swedish krona, it's Avec. So then, Avec, how does it feel to hold the first place Czech, which is twice the size of you?
Yes, it's pretty nice. I like it very much.
Where would it go in your house? On your wall?
No. I don't know if I will take it because we don't have enough space in the car.
Oh. What? Just buy a jet.
Jet? What?
Like a plane.
Plane. Maybe in future I will, but not now.
You win a few more tournaments. So you did just pick up the win versus Zamus. Did you expect to come here and win, considering you didn't play at Dubai?
No, but I really wanted to win, but I wasn't sure if I can do it. I was trying to prepare myself good and do my best games. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I won.
And any last words?
Thank you for the great tournament, for help to admins. And I wish you good luck. Thanks to the Swedish audience. Thanks to my sponsors, and thanks to the players.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, not just for Avec in first place, but our first, second, and third. And of course, they played a great tournament. And I don't know if you guys want to come together just for photos. Maybe people would appreciate that. Some of the press. If maybe Avec. You can stay on the side. You want to go center? I know you do. Go on.
Go center, Avec. So, yeah, that's cool. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Quake Live Finals here at DreamHack Winter. Avec is the champion, and when we come back later, we're going to be moving into more Quake with Quake World. So don't go anywhere. More Quake coming up next, and we'll also see some more games over the course of the days. We're here all Saturday and all tomorrow at the DreamArena Extreme, powered by Telia.